Listen to Celtic Connections every Saturday afternoon at 1 on KSJE 90.9 FM, Farmington.
Hi, this is Sergio Miałniczenko with the Brazilian Hour. I would like to invite you to join me every week with the best and most exciting music of Brazil. Every week, right here.
Tune in the Brazilian Hour every Saturday night at 11 on KSJE Farmington.
On the Media is all about print, broadcast, and the internet.
And civil liberties, we do a lot on that.
The show is about technological utopia and creepy dystopia.
Law and lawbreakers.
Blowhards and liars.
Mainly, though, On the Media is about an hour. Please spend it with us.
Saturday mornings at 7 on KSJE Farmington.
Thane Maynard here. The 90-Second Naturalist is a compact little radio show with expansive goals to raise awareness and improve understanding of the natural world. To do this, we take just 90 seconds and present stories about the plants and animals around us. The facts are fun, the sound effects are neat, and the host ain't so bad either. Please join me for the 90-Second Naturalist.
Listen every weekday afternoon during the KSJE Evening News at 5:30. This program is supported by MyLabs, patient-ordered testing. San Juan Regional Medical Center is expanding its services to offer low-cost blood screenings year-round. Now offering walk-in convenience to get the blood tests you want when you want them. MyLabs, patient-ordered testing, is available at the hospital's laboratory and the Outpatient Diagnostic Center on 30th Street in Farmington. With nearly 20 tests available, there's an option for everyone. MyLabs, patient-ordered testing, a wellness service of San Juan Regional Medical Center. (8:38) KSJE. It's Tuesday morning, the 4th of September. You're listening to the Scott Michlin Morning Program. 61 degrees outside our studios here at San Juan College. Our forecast, partly cloudy skies today, 80 for a high with a chance of a shower or a thunderstorm this afternoon, 81 tomorrow, 78 on Thursday. Again, chance of scattered showers for the next several days and cooler weather. Overnight lows in the 50s. I'm Scott Michlin. My guest on the radio this morning, Diana Kinney, is here. She is the program manager with Northwest New Mexico Firstborn. Diana, again, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Scott, for having me.
It's good to have you with us this morning. And again, welcome to our viewers who are watching us this morning on the KSJE Facebook page and our YouTube channel who are watching what we're talking about here on the program. We're talking about Firstborn, and this is, again, as you've told us, the program for new moms and new dads. And it is a free program to residents of San Juan and McKinley counties. They just have to, I guess, call and sign up, right?
They can call, and we have our numbers. Will you be putting that online?
We can put the number online. You can tell it on,
right.
You can announce it online right now.
So the telephone number for San Juan County is 505-325-9187, and for McKinley County it is 505-863-8850.
And this program, as you've been telling me, is a home visiting program. It is designed, a curriculum-based program to get good information to new moms and new dads to kind of let them know what to expect, I guess, with the birth of their first baby, to kind of help them through the pregnancy time and also after the baby is born up until, I guess, the baby's 3 years old if they want to stay in the program that long, and it's really up to the family to decide that, right?
It is.
But it's a choice that they can make, but you're there for the duration.
And seldom do they say they want to stop.
I bet, right? Once they get used to it, right?
That's right.
And all the services that you can provide. And this home visiting, and I think home is in quotes kind of because it could be anywhere. As you mentioned, it could be a chapter house parking lot, it could be at the park, it could be outside Dad's workplace, wherever. But that one-on-one and that face-to-face contact is important too. It's so much better than just maybe shooting emails back and forth or a phone call, right?
Definitely, definitely. And we also have a fantastic family room at our offices.
At your office too. Great. And that helps as well. And so I wanted to ask you, and we want to talk in this segment about outcomes, because that's so important too for these children and these families, right?
It is. So with the outcomes that we have, we touched on it before, is just that there is, say, a higher immunization rate, more frequent well-child checks from primary care providers. We attempt in every way to have families not use the emergency room as their health provider.
Right.
And
set them up with their own physician and family doctor and start that relationship too.
That is right. We also show that there's increased learning and better success in school.
And that because of the child being healthier or getting a better start, I guess, or how can we link that to what we're talking about?
In so many ways.
Yeah.
With a healthy, nurturing relationship, we work on bonding and with attachment.
Right.
And then the literacy piece as
the
well.
reading, because you provide books for families
Right.
as part of the program.
Well, and we do fun activities.
Right.
And do a lot of fun things with the families. We have family socials, and so that provides a chance for the families to get to know each other. And even if it's not just at a family social, which are so much fun,
right.
We may meet at community places.
Sure.
Such as the E3 Museum, in
right.
the park. It's a lot of fun. That way the parents get to know each other, and they're a support system for each other as well.
Makes sense. And that interaction, that bonding with the child is so important for the child's development. And so we've kind of gotten, in some cases, we've kind of gotten away from some of that in some families, right? I mean, that the kids are maybe put off maybe with a child care worker or someone else that's taking care of the child, but there isn't that mom and dad interaction as much as maybe there used to be.
Right, and then you bring in technology. And
right.
It is. I mean, it's pretty interesting wherever you go.
Right.
And it's not new.
Sure.
It's been going on for a while, but just whenever you're out anywhere and look and see, how many people are on their phones, and the babies too. They're given the devices.
Something shiny and something with a screen that's moving or what
right.
have you, right? And so that's important to remind mom and dad about spending time with the child, with the baby, I suppose, right?
Right, and not only that, we look at screen time with anything, TV, excuse me, and they're showing higher incident rates with ADHD. Because of that, and you're seeing so many images, on screens, and things are going so fast that it's actually rewiring the brain, and there's research.
Not in a good way,
that.
probably either,
No,
right? Yeah,
definitely not.
And so that is interesting. And again, that's maybe something that we wouldn't be aware of from our childhoods because we didn't have as much screen time back in those days.
Right.
And it's more of an issue today,
right.
And that's important.
The Brady Bunch ran a lot slower.
Yeah, it seems like it did. That's true.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's a little bit different.
What's the new one? Fortnite?
Yeah, I think so. Right. I hope no one's sitting their kid in front of a TV for that, but they could be, I suppose, right? Let's hope not. But the First Board program does all this, and again, it's only for families that are having their first child, because after that you figure they've hopefully got it figured out, or they don't need your help as much once they've gone through it once with the first child?
That's right. Somewhat, some people have it figured out. There may be some people who have lost their child, say to their parental rights have been terminated.
Right.
And so we're able to help them as well, to give them the support that they need. So it's a wide range of families that we serve.
And that's important. And you mentioned, too, again, it doesn't have to be maybe mom's first child. It could be dad's first child or the other way around. And this program can help in those situations, too.
Definitely. I have two families. I'm busy in the office and doing fun things like radio shows.
Right, right.
But I do have two families on my caseload. And one of them I've had since the child's birth, and it's dad's first. Mom's third.
Okay.
And dad's first. But then again, mom, too, is very interested usually. And things have changed.
Right.
So it's
What
fun.
if there's a long gap between the first and maybe the second child? Because we see that sometimes, too. Is that something that you can help with as well?
Oh, definitely.
If
Yes.
it's been maybe 5 years or 10 years between child number 1 and child number 2?
Given that it's one of the parents' first child.
That's what it needs to be.
Definitely.
For the program to kick in. And you said during the break to me that you're all fully staffed, so that means that you've got folks that are able to go and visit with these families, and that it's not a big wait. You can schedule these things and get the ball rolling, I suppose.
Definitely. We have 6 home visitors now, and then I do home visits. We have an awesome executive director. Our financial officer is awesome. And then we have a really great program assistant who helps us out. So
nice.
We have a full team, and we love to work on resources for families. And if families are, at 3 years old, when they're ready to move on, then we can look at what can we help them with then.
Right. What's next?
What's next?
Kind of thing. And this is free. This program is free. The Firstborn program for families, right?
It's free, and it does not depend on income. It's a full range.
Anybody can probably qualify.
Yes, anybody.
But they have to call you. You can't just show up at their house.
We could probably pass out flyers.
You could do that. That's true.
Hey, I was at Orchard Park one time for the music in the park.
Yeah, on Fridays.
Yes. And there was a pregnant couple there, and I talked to them. They filled out paperwork right there, and we signed them up.
Perfect.
So
but that's all it takes.
we try to be careful.
Right. But that's all it takes, right? Is someone to sign up, fill out the paperwork, and get the process started.
Right.
And
we have somebody go and do an informational visit, and if they're listening to that and they say, oh, I don't think it's for me, then no pressure. If they do sign up, if they're not liking it, then at any time.
Right. And as you were telling me before, they're eligible to sign up anytime from when they first find out that they're pregnant to the child being about, 3 months old?
Yes.
That's still okay anytime throughout that entire 12-month period?
And we do like to start as soon as possible.
Right. Because some of that prenatal information is really important.
It is. I think one of the things that's kind of fun during it is we look at the size of the child, the baby and mama, and one of my favorite ones is, okay, now your baby is the size of an eggplant.
Right. To compare it to what people are familiar with, perhaps,
and
right?
I think it's so vitally important that people realize the brain development that's going on and the connections. It's really quite amazing. I would say if anybody has a chance to look at, say, the still face experiment, to look at that, please be prepared to have your heartstrings pulled on, but it really shows the importance of attachment.
Interesting. Even at that early age, early development, right?
I believe this experiment was done when babies were several months old.
Okay. And it talks, I think, a little bit, too, about the importance of the baby's and mom and dad's environment, right? Because even those outside stimuli can impact and affect the child that's in mommy's tummy, right?
Definitely, definitely. And
the music you listen to, I suppose, the sounds that you hear, the things like that.
The reading.
Right.
All of the issues that are going on. It is definitely shown that how stress can affect a baby and how important that is to maintain a calm environment.
Right.
And it's a learning environment from the very beginning.
That's true.
It's amazing.
That's true. Let me put a plug in for classical music at this time, too, because I think there are a lot of studies that show the importance of, or just how classical music can be helpful in the development of children at an early age or even before they're born.
I will have to do more research on
that. Let me know.
I will.
I think I've seen studies about that, but I don't want to repeat that on the radio if I'm incorrect. But we'll put a plug in for the radio station. Before we run out of time, Diana Kinney, I do want to ask you again about your child safety seat event that's happening later on this month on September 29th.
We do. We partner with Safer New Mexico now and National Seat Check Saturdays on September 29th, and that will be held in the parking lot of Hobby Lobby from 10 to noon, and it's very important to have your car seats checked. There are expiration dates. If a car seat is in any type of an impact, any type of accident, then it is no longer a viable seat.
Needs to be replaced.
Right. And so people can come in and come to the clinic, and people will, certified technicians will look over it and make sure that it's installed correctly and that it's a good car seat.
Very good. Not just some schlub like me looking at your car seat. It's someone like you who's had training to look at stuff and know whether it's right or wrong.
That's right. It's an intensive 4-day treatment. Mine was in Roswell during the summer.
Oh, okay. So you weren't cold.
So we do hard work.
Yeah, but that's very important. And again, I don't want to make light of it, because if folks are swapping out seats and attaching them in a different car or what have you, or it's important, or if it's expired, it's been around for maybe got hand-me-down from an aunt or somebody or an uncle, it may be time to get a new seat, because those things do have expiration dates.
That's right. Once they come into the clinic, then if they knew to
see
you as well.
Diana Kinney, my guest here on KSJE. She is the program manager for Northwest New Mexico Firstborn, here with me on KSJE. I'll be back with more in just a moment, everybody. The time right now is 8:52.